What's up, guys, and welcome to Dancing with Ted. And of course, it's my birthday. Now, if you like me, then go ahead and hit the like button. Besides, it's my birthday. And speaking of that, if you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Now, in this video, we're going to be talking about the 10 explosive birthday surprises. You probably thinking to yourself, what are you talking about, Dancing with Ted? Well, just watch the video and find out, and wait till you see what one of those things are. They're gonna be really, really surprising to you. Trust me. Oh. What's the point in doing a surprise birthday party if you don't catch the surprise moment? Most people use their mobile devices to capture those moments. However, in 2016, Samsung released a Note 7 and it broke worldwide records in their sales. Then the phone broke. Well, it went up in flames. There were cases popping up all around the United States that the Note 7 was exploding in cars, airplanes, in people's pockets, and even inside baby nurseries. Oh God, it's so horrible. Well, the situation was catastrophic. Less than 2 months, the Note 7 was banned from jobs and flights, and eventually there were 30 million recalls and $17 billion in lost revenue. That's enough money to buy the Statue of Liberty 73 times. And those who refuse to return their phones, Samsung sent a secret update and permanently deactivated those phones forever. What's a birthday party without dangerous games? Oops. The ones that can give your child a head injury. Well, let me elaborate just a little bit. Spin Master's water rocket toy blasts its way into the news due to several reports of flying rapidly in unpredictable directions and injuring several children. This was so horrific, the United States Consumer Product Safety Commission demanded Spin Masters to order a mass recall. The company recalled over 100,000 Splash Blast water rockets. The product launched in January 2001 and crashed in March 2001. Since the last game didn't work out, what can go wrong in a game of Limbo? Well, that's if you don't mind a chicken knocking your tooth loose. Milton's Bradley Chicken Limbo Party game seems like the ideal game for a birthday party. This game was a lot of fun, and I emphasize was, until the game started falling apart on top of people causing more than 40 injuries. The game would literally cause bumps, bruises, welts, and even cuts. And it's so crazy that the leg of a chicken kicked someone so hard in the mouth that it literally chipped their front tooth. If you think that's crazy, the entire game fell apart on someone's foot and they was rushed to the hospital and found out their foot was fractured. Golly, what's a party without a cool gift that can give you third-degree burns? So, watch out, guys, for this one. The Fitbit Ionic watch was a device used to keep track of how many calories were burned daily. Okay. Well, calories aren't the only thing it was burning. Apparently, the tiny device was crammed with a lot of tech inside, which made the battery work overtime. The extreme heat from the device literally burned right through the skin of people's wrists. Someone quoted, "It felt like lava melting through my hand."
5 minutes later.
It's crazy because you couldn't just take it off because it's literally strapped to your wrist. 78 burns were reported and more are on the rise. This caused the company to recall 1.7 million devices. Okay, well, maybe a burning watch isn't an ideal gift, but what about an easy bake oven? Yeah, you heard me, an easy bake oven. Everyone loves brownies and cupcakes, especially young children. Well, this easy bake oven temperatures can reach 350 degrees. That's hot enough to bake a fully loaded potato. In 2007, Easy Bake Ovens suffered two major recalls after several reports of children's fingers getting caught in the door and burnt severely. Ugh. The bad news doesn't stop here. There was one report that a child was burnt so aggressively that portions of her finger was amputated because the oven cooked them to the bone. Oh gosh, that poor baby. People, be careful with your toys you buy for your children. Having a new watch is cool, but what about
a brand new car?
That's always a great gift for me. Well, an Indian automotive company called Tata Motors announced a Tata Nano four-seater hatchback car for $1,400. This is a perfect deal from hell. Yeah, just listen. The car was an electric heater waiting to blow up. They compromised on the quality of the circuits, airbags, metal, and even its batteries. Every single part of this car was built on the cheapest of the cheapest parts you can get. Wow. Like they always say, you get what you pay for. Which caused the cars to spontaneously explode into flames while families were traveling. Enough of tragic gifts. Let's get out a break. Let's talk about decorations. You can put on a cake, to make a cake look all pretty and shiny and dingling and ringling. Anyways, luster dust are decorations you can use to dress your birthday cake with to make it look fancy and delicious. Luster dust are typically safe for consumption and they are marked edible on the label. However, there were cases in 2018 and 2019 where children were getting sick because they were consuming high levels of lead and tiny pieces of metal. One report came from Missouri that there were a jar of bright yellow pixel dust used to create flowers on the cake. That's innocent, right? But the story goes on. A 1-year-old child was rushed to the hospital due to high concentration amounts of lead. The jar of yellow pixel dust was tested and it came back toxic with a lot of high levels of lead, even though the label on it was marked non-toxic. Unfortunately, the 1-year-old was facing kidney and brain damage due to high amounts of lead consumption. A really cool birthday surprise to the Bahamas. So let's fly and see the beautiful side of the world. Boeing is one of the most successful commercial planes in history. Almost every airline uses them. The Boeing made its big announcement, the Boeing 737 MAX. This plane could travel faster and more efficiently, and the plane overall was much nicer. Until the late 2018, the Boeing 737 crashed, and again in March 2019, the plane crashed again, killing 346 people in total. This is due to failed sensors, new software, and overall faulty equipment. And let's be clear, everyone, whenever a plane crashes, it's a tragedy. And there's no way anyone can survive a plane crash. And the aircraft company was suspended for a few years and Boeing lost over $2.5 billion and 500 million of them went to those family members who lost loved ones. It was like an overall foundation for those people. So it's a tragic when you have situations like that. We made it to the end of the video and I have some really cool candles. Well, not these in particular. The musical birthday candles will sing happy birthday. As you listen to the cool melody, your eyes are closed. Then you open your eyes to blow out the candles and make a wish. But there's a problem. Your musical candles has burned through your cake and table. It's crazy. The flower-shaped candles rotates and sing in style. However, the battery inside gets hotter and hotter until it melts or worse. There were many reports that the singing of birthday candles will explode and ignite everything around it, even people. Therefore, these candles are banned today.